we need help. Get me the media. Get me some official. Get me water. We're human beings. Help us. Don't treat us like we're nothing out here, because we're not. We're human beings. We pay taxes out here. Don't treat us like this.
I'm a little confused because apparently just a few days before that awful event, which is an awful event that happened to these people, you had something to say, didn't you?
What you gonna do, crybaby? With alligator
Alcatraz merch if I want to. And what you gonna do, baby? I'm gonna tell you F.A. and F.O. Okay?
For a concentration
so you
camp.
have the day you deserve.
That's awkward. So you do understand empathy and sympathy, and you want people to put themselves in your shoes to help you, to see the struggle that you've gone through. You also want help.
You know what's sad? It's sad to see a bunch of Puertorriqueños, a bunch of Boricuas talking about, this is what I voted for. Ustedes son unos chorros de vendido. Do you really think he likes you? Do you really think he can look at you and say, oh, you know what? They're good. They voted for me. No. He doesn't like you. And he never will. He treated us like shit during Maria. He wanted to sell us to Greenland or trade us to Greenland, whatever it is. He does not care for Puerto Rico. And he does not care for you. So what makes you think that you are any better than them? You think he likes us better than the immigrants that he's rounding up? No. Once he's done with them, he's coming after the Puerto Ricanos. He's coming after the blacks. He's coming for anybody that's not white and rich. But you guys all want to be like, Latinos for Trump, Latinos for Trump. Hasta que no se afecten personalmente, no van a aprender. But in my eyes, if you voted for Trump, you're a traitor. You're a traitor, and I will never, ever be able to trust a traitor like you.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Latino in Texas who supported Trump are now frozen in fear because they are finally realizing something shocking. They will never be treated the same as white Americans. Guys, let's watch the clip. Remember, the credit goes to the direct owner of the video. I'll be back in a few minutes.
So now I'm seeing all these videos of Mexican Americans crying about how they regret voting for Trump. And honestly, I can't feel bad for you, because when we told you this would happen, you didn't listen. When it was just theoretical, it was easy to ignore. But now that your undocumented family is at risk, now that your kids are being targeted, or the kids in your circles, now that they're coming for you, now it's a problem. Listen, I get it. I have family who voted for him too, and I won't lie, it makes it very hard to process. It sometimes even makes it hard to talk to them, because how am I supposed to be okay with that? I have undocumented family. I have a trans sibling. Trump's policies directly hurt people I love. So when I see our own people supporting him, it feels like a slap in the face. And I keep asking myself, why? How did this happen? This man called Mexicans rapists. He bragged about deporting families. He made racial profiling and hate cool again. And still, some of you voted for him. And now, reality is hitting. Oklahoma just passed a law requiring parents to prove citizenship to enroll their kids in school. Texas is next. Who do you think they're coming for? Not white, undocumented Europeans, Latinos. And now some of you are shocked? What did you think was gonna happen? That they'd make an exception for you? That you're somehow a good immigrant? That Trump actually cared about Latinos? Be serious. I know some of you are gonna defend your stance with like, well, my family voted for him because they don't like socialism. They care about small businesses. They're conservative, they're religious. Okay. But at what cost? At the cost of our people being deported? At the cost of our kids being denied education? At the cost of our community being unsafe? And so now you're feeling the consequences and you want us to feel sorry for you. No. I'm saving my sympathy for the people who didn't vote against their own families. It's exhausting. We tried to tell you, but if you voted for Trump and regret it, sit with that, reflect on it, because the rest of us, we saw this coming. Please don't share any hate, not even towards Latinos who voted for Trump. This is just my personal view and my frustration about this entire situation.
Okay, guys. See, many Latinos thought supporting Trump and his movement would make them part of the in group. They thought by standing against immigrants or even against black people, they would get closer to being seen as white. But now reality is hitting hard. The system does not care about your vote when you don't look like the people in power. That's true. So guys, let's keep watching the clip. I'll be back.
I am in so much shock with the amount of Latinos for Trump that are now coming out saying we feel so backstabbed, we feel so betrayed, we feel used now that our families are being deported even though they're not criminals. You didn't feel that way when Donald Trump was talking about the Mexican families that he was going to be deporting. You didn't feel that way when he spoke about other minority groups that he was going to be deporting. But now that it's affecting your family, your uncle, your cousin, now you want to cry about it? Now you want to cry crocodile tears? Girlfriend, I don't feel bad for you.
Let's have a candid conversation about the way Latino men showed up to vote this year, because this is not surprising. Do you have the right to be angry, disgusted, and disappointed right now? Yes, you do. But let's not act like we didn't see this coming. Machismo is ingrained in our culture. Let's not ignore the amount of violence that Latino men have for Latina women. We have skyrocketing DV rates and femicide. Why are we sitting here pretending like we didn't see this coming? How many of you watched as your dad did nothing around the house while your mom was required to do absolutely everything for him? And how many of you have watched as your brothers, cousin, tios, your grandpa treat their women the exact same way? And on top of that, we have rampant homophobia and transphobia within the community. Y'all not remember how y'all acted and continue to act when people use gender inclusive language? When people started using Latine and Latinx, so many people in our community were like, I would rather be called a slur than Latine or Latinx. Don't forget that our community is incredibly conservative and religious. I have been in woke Latina creator spaces, and I have been told that queer issues are not important to them. And these are people who are activists. If that's how the woke people act, you can only imagine how the conservatives act. Black, Indigenous, and queer Latinos have been raising the alarm on these issues for years. So it's about time.
Okay, guys, this fear is not random. Across Texas, families are now facing deportations, job insecurity, and policy targeting. Some Latinos believed that voting Republican, they were securing safety for themselves. But what they are seeing is opposite. That same system is coming back around to push them. Guys, imagine they vote against black people, they vote just making sure that they will be protected. Now they see another things. So let's keep watching the clip. I'll be back.
This is to my Latino community and to my Latino community only. If you're not in the Latino community, I mean, you can stay and watch, but if you're not, I need to reach you. Living in the US and you identify as Latino or Hispanic, come to the front. Back in 2020, the summer of 2020, during Black Lives Matter, I remember several creators, either written pieces or videos, telling us, if you cannot stand by Black women right here, right now, especially when they're talking about Breonna Taylor, if you cannot stand by Black women right here, right now, and stand up with us, for us, by us, you're next. Because we are the threshold. We are where they're going to see how far they can push those limits. They always have, they always will. So unless you get by us, stand with us, support us, be a true ally, you are always at risk. And I never really understood that until so many of these creators had talked about it during the summer of 2020. It's now the summer of 2025, and we've seen what the last 6 months have shown us. So many in our Latin community, and I won't even say my age group so much, but especially the generations before us, especially that came to the US, have this idea that the closer I am to whiteness, the closer that I emanate what the white man does, following the American dream, which is the American white dream. Let's just put it blank and like black and white right there, the better I'm off. And I don't think we've learned that lesson yet. I mean, I have. I don't know about y'all. We haven't. The lesson is, unless we can like wholeheartedly, no bullshit, give in and truly become allies and listen to Black women, the 92% that have shown us, and support letting go of our racist, racial differences, right? We're going to realize how much closer we are. And I mean, I don't think I need to elaborate further than that, because if you can't understand that, you're not understanding that so much of the problems that we have in our community and us now being the targets is because we allowed and did not support and did not wholeheartedly all in hold hands with Black women when they said, stand with me.
Okay, guys, what we are watching is a huge lesson. You cannot fight against your own community and expect to be rewarded. Equality does not come from begging for approval from white America. It comes from unity, self-respect, your dignity, and standing strong with those who face the same struggles. That's true, guys. Latinos just mislead the information. Trump was saying, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do whatever and whatever, but they didn't understand that Trump is giving them the message. He was starting from them. And now they are regretting, they are saying blah, 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 blah. So this is the time. You should stand with Black people before. You should just cooperate with Black people properly. But now your comments, your everything you're saying, Black people, Black people. So what they can do now? It's too late. Guys, let's continue to watch the clip. I'll be back with more commentary.
Oye, mi gente Latina, let's have a chat real quick. How come is it that many of you have the nerve to bash white Americans for being racist, but then again, you guys turn around and do the exact same thing to the people in your very own community, los Afro-Latinos? Explíquense, explain yourselves. And then, besides discriminating against us, you also have the nerve to enjoy the very music we make and try to disregard us. Reggaeton, bachata, salsa, merengue, palo, bomba, you name it, we made it. Festejo. I'm trying to name more off the top of my head, but there's just so many. The majority of Latin American music comes from the African influence on the islands or countries. Afro-Latinos, baby.
If you're watching this video right now and you're Black, I want you to take a moment and watch this video all the way through. Anyone else, you can watch as well, but specifically this is for my Black community. As a Latino, as someone who is under DACA, as someone who, as you know, we're going through it right now, I want you to understand, and I even want other Latinos to understand, that they're going to have us think that the issues that the Black community deals with and the issues that the Latino community deals with, or Indian or Asian or women or whoever minority group, they're going to have us believe that these issues are different and that Black people should only care about things that directly impact Black people. Latinos should only focus on things that directly impact Latinos, and so forth. And yeah, of course, I'm going to prioritize me, my family, and my people, and that's what I'm going to pay attention to. But do you understand that that way of thinking divides us? It puts us in a position where a small number of Latinos, and we're not small, but a smaller number of people can put pressure on our government, on those people who are not representing, misrepresenting us and taking advantage of us, they're making us weaker in order to be able to put pressure on them. Same way as when the
Okay, guys, Latinos for Trump believed in an odd idea that if they showed loyalty to white conservatives, they would somehow escape discrimination. You see, just this is crazy and understandable. But history has already shown us this is not true. In America, whiteness has always been a closed door. You cannot simply end it by voting a certain way or rejecting your own culture. Guys, whiteness or white people, they know their community. They are very close to their community. Whatever Latino you think about, let's just support Trump. Let's vote for Trump. Maybe we'll be part of white community. That's wrong. That's wrong. And you vote against your own community. You vote against your culture. And now you're regretting. So face it, think about it. After the rallies, after the votes, when the laws are passed, Latinos are still seen as outsider. That's true. They are reminded every day through border policy, job discrimination, and racial profiling. Supporting Trump did not erase that reality. That's true. Supporting Trump that cannot just say you are full American, whatever, you are full white, whatever. No. So now you're facing the reality. You should just come together with black people. So Trump is deporting, Trump, whatever. You're the one who create all this mess. It actually made it worse because now many Latinos feel abandoned by both their own community and by the people they tried to hard to impress. Guys, don't impress anyone. Life is about yourself. Life is about only you. So now you vote against yourself. You vote against your life. This fear we see in Texas is not just about immigration. It is about realizing that chasing whiteness is a trap. No matter how many flags you wave, no matter how loud you cheer, the system will still remind you you are not one of them. Yeah, we saw so many things happening, singing for Trump, waving the flags, wherever here and there, but the system, it's already shaped. It already see that you are outsider. And here is the truth. Real power comes when Latinos, Black Americans, and other marginalized groups stop fighting each other and start working together. That's true. When you put together, you get power. But when you separated and discriminate each other's, the power divided. The more people fell for this streak, trying to earn equality by siding with those who exclude them, the more divided and weaker we all become. That's how it is. That's true. Unity is everything. So when you see these Latinos frozen in regret, remember it's not just about politics, it's about identity. Because Latino, you remain Latino until the end of the world. You cannot buy acceptance. It's true. You cannot trade away your culture or your people for a seat at the table that was never meant for you. Impossible. White people, they will still remain white. Latinos will stay Latinos. That's how the nature is. So accept it. This lesson is clear. Equality is not given. It is demanded. And the sooner people realize that, the stronger they will become. Until then, those who thought they could climb up by stepping on others will keep facing the same truth. They will never be treated as equal, because equality cannot come from fear. It's come from unity and courage. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe, put the comment in the comment section. See you for the next video.